This short video summarizes the main changes to Circular 1/2008, issued by the Spanish National Securities Market Commission, CNMV. These changes directly affect the accounting regulations, annual accounts, and confidential information statements of venture capital entities, VCEs. The circular reaffirms the importance of the specific rules for VCEs, complementing the Spanish Commercial Code, the Capital Companies Law, and the Spanish General Accounting Plan, PGC. We emphasize that any matter not specifically regulated here will be subject to the current Spanish accounting regulations compatible with the PGC. Pay attention to the deadline and conditions for submitting the individual profit and loss account and other confidential financial statements. These must be submitted to the CNMV within the deadlines and conditions established in the 19th Standard, without prejudice to the obligation to submit the annual accounts and audit report according to Law 22/2014. Keeping calendars up to date is crucial. The definition of financial assets included in this portfolio is updated, referring to Standard 19 of the PGC's Registration and Valuation Standards and to Chapter 2 of Title 1 of Law 22/2014. It also defines what will be understood as listed securities. This clarifies the scope and valuation of your investments. The rules for the recognition of financial assets on the balance sheet of VCEs are detailed, including the classification of participating loans, cash, treasury accounts, and financing not represented as loans and receivables. The treatment of investments in debt securities and equity instruments as financial assets available for sale is specified, with exceptions for investments in group, multi-group, and associate companies valued at cost, and assets held for trading, valued at fair value with changes in P&L. The valuation of derivative financial instruments is also mentioned. An important reminder about correct classification and valuation. The accounting treatment for investment commitments in other VCEs in order accounts and the subsequent recognition in the balance sheet asset when the acquisition or subscription occurs is clarified, as well as the treatment of outstanding disbursements and sales commitments. This brings transparency to the registration of your investment operations in the sector. Standard 19 is updated to include European long-term investment funds, ELTIFs, as entities required to submit public and confidential information statement models to the CNMV, aligning them with the reporting of other entities regulated by Law 22/2014. The statements to be presented, their frequency, and the maximum submission deadline, April 30th of the year following the reference year, are detailed. It is specified that ELTIFs must submit to the CNMV the models of public and confidential information statements, with the aim of aligning them with the reporting of the rest of the entities regulated by Law 22/2014. Direct implications for those managers working with ELTIFs. It is reminded that the CNMV will publicize the public models through the Audit Report Registry established in Article 58 of Law 22/2014. A point to keep in mind for accessing information. It is indicated that the balance sheet and profit and loss account to be reviewed by the auditors will conform to the models generally established by the Bank of Spain for credit institutions. A reminder about the format of the audited accounts. These are the main modifications. We recommend reviewing the complete text of Circular 1/2008 for a detailed analysis. Focus your queries and challenge our AI Atenea. Complex questions, expert answers. More information at ilpabogados.com and ilpstartup.com.